If you love cherry and no-bake cheesecake and Oreo crust, then today's recipe is the one you're gonna want in your life. It's a no-bake cherry cheesecake with an Oreo crust. You're not gonna wanna miss it. Hey everyone, it's Dorothy with crazyforcrust.com and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm showing you a delicious no-bake dessert you're gonna wanna make all summer and all year long. It's a no-bake cherry cheesecake, a nice fluffy no-bake cheesecake with cherry pie filling on top. And I'm using an Oreo crust because chocolate and cherry goes so well together. This is seriously, like, I had to get this out of my kitchen the second I made it because I could just take a fork to the pan for this recipe. So you're gonna absolutely love it. For more delicious desserts and easy recipes, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Now let's get in the kitchen. The most important thing when you're making recipes like this is to take the cream cheese and the whipped topping out of the refrigerator and freezer. So we're using whipped topping for this, which is frozen. Make sure that it's thawed before you even start. And for the cream cheese, you wanna make sure that it's room temperature. So I like to leave it on the counter for a couple of hours. We're gonna start off today by making our crust, and it's an Oreo crust. Now you could also use my graham cracker crust recipe to make a graham cracker crust for this. You could use shortbread. I have a cherry delight recipe that has a graham cracker crust. It's very similar. That's delicious too. Use what you like, but I love the Oreos. The crust has 20 Oreo cookies that have been crushed, and then you're mixing that with 4 tablespoons of melted butter and pressing it into the bottom of the pan. Start the filling with 8 ounces of cream cheese that's room temperature. Mix that up a little bit and then add 1 cup of powdered sugar and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Mix that until it's smooth. Then add in 8 ounces, 1 small container of Cool Whip, and mix that until it's nice and smooth. Now, I know that a lot of people are like anti-whip topping, but I love using Cool Whip in these kind of recipes. One, because it's super easy, it's no fail, it's not gonna like collapse or like separate when you're mixing it with the cream cheese, but also it lasts longer in the refrigerator when you're using whip topping. You can make this with fresh whipped cream. You'll need about 3 cups of fresh whipped cream, but it's not gonna last as long in the refrigerator. It's gonna weep. Anything with whipped cream tends to weep after a day or so. So if you wanna make this, it's great for potlucks or picnics or parties, and you can totally make it up to a day ahead. It's even better that way. It can all the flavors can meld together. So I highly recommending just going for the whipped topping. You can use any kind of whipped topping. Cool Whip is the major brand, but you can use any brand that you want. But you can also use fat-free, sugar-free, low-fat, extra creamy, whatever you want. Now, once we have the cream cheese mixture on top of that crust, then we're going to top it with the cherries. Now, I'm using a cherry pie filling that I picked up in the grocery store in the baking aisle, but I also have a homemade cherry pie filling that I will link right there if you want to make it from scratch. Go ahead and spread that all over the top. I'm gonna chill this to set just for about an hour or so, let all the flavors meld. Again, you can chill it for up to overnight if you want, or you can just go after it as soon as it's made. I like to serve this in squares or with a fork. Sometimes I can be found sitting on the couch watching television with a fork and the pan of this in my hand. It's that dangerous. If you're gonna love this recipe, leave me a comment and let me know what your favorite no-bake recipe is, and keep watching for even more desserts.